go. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Yes, we do. Aloha and welcome. The Spirit of Sports Show. Brother Richie coming at you live as I do twice a week from the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii. We're talking sports. We're talking life. Big weekend coming up. This is Saturday, December 6th, week 18, about to kick off in just about a half hour or so. Two big games, Pittsburgh at Baltimore, Houston at Indy. Playoff ramifications everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of permutations of where teams will get in, won't get in, where their rankings is going to be. So going to be an exciting week. Join me Tuesday. I have, next Tuesday, then the playoffs, first round, second round, third round, bye week, Super Bowl. I guess there's only 5 more backseat quarterbacks left. I might do a wrinkle. There might be a surprise backseat quarterback tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see. If I can find enough content, I will let you know on Tuesday. But this is on my Saturday show. This is a wrap up week 17 and look ahead to week 18. You won't believe what JFK did. This is where I flip a coin every week. We'll get into that a little bit. Get into my picks, how I'm doing on the season, how I did last week. I did not win my pool. Oh, just a second. I'll be right back. Coming, people. I almost forgot. I did not win my pool this week. Tell you what, though, what I did win, our work league for the culture, fantasy football. Nobody wants to hear about fantasy football, but you're going to hear about it this one time. For you, Adrian! We are the champions, my friends. So, yeah, I got that going for me. This goes every year. This is the inaugural for the culture from my work. If you know, you know. Right on the beach. Best restaurant on the island. 12-man league. This I keep forever. This goes back year to year. So a little bit of props, just so you know, a little bit of credibility. I'm not just some jerk off talking about shit that I don't know. I kind of know. Thank you. Thank you. Came with $1,000 too, $300 buy-in. So not bad. On that note, I'm going to talk about this guy. Tink. You think you're nuts. You think you're tough. Think, Tink. For a better brain, you'll be able to pick those, what's it called? Right out of the air. Words. Right out of the air. My friends from Tink, Sean and Dana, love you. My new sponsor. Get it, use it, live it. Tink and the brain go hand in hand. All right. So anyway, what do we got to talk about? You won't believe what JFK did. As I said, we will get into that. What else? What else is going on? We got Panic Room later on. We'll probably finish with that. Take a look at Vegas. I'm kind of worried about Vegas. Here I have last week the percentage of the bets in Vegas. I think this is through Caesars. It's a decent portrayal. See all those L's? That's games that Vegas lost money. All the high percentages. Philly at 80, they won. Seattle at 78. All the 90s and 80s. I'm getting kind of nervous, Vegas. Are you going to be able to stay in business if you keep having weeks like this? Makes you wonder about me making it makes you wonder about it makes you wonder. Or they're just giving us a break. We'll see this week, Vegas. Money line got 397%ers, KC, Philly, and Tampa. 97% of the money lines. See if one of those goes haywire. I don't know. That's three kind of, I wouldn't say those are gimmies that 97% of the money's on. So we got what? Where's KC? KC at the Chargers. No Mahomes. Blaine Gabbert. Philly at the Giants. I can see that, but Giants played them tough. Philly, talk about a spiral staircase going in the wrong direction. The toilet bowl. You know, the toilet spins like this in America, but like this in Australia. It's true. I've been there. Tampa, Carolina K. I would probably put the money line on that. New Orleans again. It's Atlanta divisional game. 94% of the money on New Orleans. I'm just gonna say a couple of these could be funky. Jacksonville at Tennessee. 93% of the money on Jacksonville. Keep an eye on some of these. Maybe we go under the hood. Didn't have a whole lot this year. Years past, 3 or 4 or 5 egregious ones a season, where they look at it for 4 minutes, say, upon review, the call is overturned, when everybody saw that his feet were in. So we'll see what happens this week. I got a funny feeling Vegas needs to make up some money. Why you come to me on my daughter's wedding? I just like that. Do I wear it to work tonight? I just got it. That should be our question. Do I wear this to work? So we'll keep an eye on Vegas this week. Let's go over last week. I got some broken record stuff. You don't turn the ball over and you run the football, you win the game. Last week, you win the turnover battle. Team that won the turnover battle, 10, 3, and 3. Only 3 teams out of 16 games that had more turnovers actually won the game. 75% of the time, you don't turn the ball over as much as your opponent, you win the game. Another one. Run the damn ball. Remember those guys outside Philly with the sign, run the ball? What don't you understand? Week 17, damn near 50-50. Winning teams were 50-50 pass run. Even 51% run. Winning teams ran the ball 51% of the time. Losing teams threw the ball 63%. That's 37% run. You want to lose, you throw the ball 65%. You want to win, you run 50-50. It's not that hard, folks. You stick to it. The run game is not always pretty. It's not always easy. You stick to it. By the halfway through the third, fourth quarter, that's when you make your money. Oh no, we're down 7-0. We got to throw 51 times with Gardner Minshew. That happened earlier this year. Who else? There's a couple that really bug me. Look at this. The Jets throw the ball 45 times. With who the hell is it? 45 passes for the New York Jets against Cleveland. Not a blowout. Talking about practice, not the game. 37-20, okay. Trevor Siemian throwing the ball 45 times. They got down early, sure. But you have Breece Hall. You have Dalvin Cook that you used, gave him 60 carries on the season. Former Pro Bowler, 4,000-yard seasons in a row, 1,500 yards. Crappy offensive line. If you have a crappy offensive line, shoot them off the ball 25 times in a row. Set hut. Set hut. Who else blew me away? Vegas, Aiden O'Connell, 47 throws. Zamir White had 125 yards rushing the week before. 24 rushes, 47 throws. And guess what that equates? Oh, that's how excited I get. L's all over. What are you going to do? Stupid. Chargers, 38. Easton Stick throwing the ball 38 times. What happened to Austin Eckler? Great coaching. Great job by that staff. Get that guy out. Oh, yes, they did. Thank you. So my broken record segment. Run the ball. Don't turn it over. It's a simple recipe for winning in the NFL. You know, penalties, not so much. 10-3-3, the team that had the fewer penalties this week, but there's been weeks in the past, 4-10. In week 10, if you had more penalties, you won 10 of the 14 games. 4-7-3, 3-9-2 in week 5. So penalties, you know, don't get the penalties. It's kind of preached. Ain't that big a deal. Now, maybe next year I'll go into crucial penalties. Holding on the defense on 3rd and 12. Holding on the offense that overturns a bomb or a first down, and then you have to punt. I'm sure crucial penalties, you lose. But winning the penalty battle, not that big a deal. Winning the turnover battle, everything. Hold on to the ball and run the ball. That's a broken record every damn week. 6-5-2, 6-6-4 is the only 2 weeks that it was even close that the team that lost the turnover battle didn't get pounded. 9-2-3 week 11, 9-1 and 3 evens in week 13. Don't turn the ball over. Run the ball. Win games. Get freaked out. Get down 10 and start throwing the ball over the field with a crappy quarterback. Lose. It's obvious. How are we smarter than these guys? I don't understand. Remember Nathaniel Hackett, whenever they played the Cowboys week 10 or something. Man, I looked on tape. I didn't realize how fast Micah Parsons is. Now he's saying, I didn't realize Breece Hall could catch the ball out of the backfield. You're the offensive coordinator since July. How do you just realize, no, Breece Hall can catch the ball? Oh, Micah Parsons is actually really fast coming off the edge. You wonder why your offense sucks. You wonder why Denver sucked. Give me a call. Nathaniel Hackett, I'd love to. You know what? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me what's up. I have a sympathetic ear if you give me a good reason for why you suck. Last week, 12-4. Straight up. Not good enough to win my pool, though. Shout out to my boy Eric. Good job. 270 going his way. 9-7 versus the spread. There was actually, 4 games that the spread affected, I believe. Yes, the last 2 weeks, the spread is starting to raise its ugly head. We averaged right around 2 games a week that the spread would even matter. That means 13, 14 games. Just pick them. You're doing great. Last 2 weeks, 4 out of 16 games, the spread. 3 road games were benefits of the spread and 1 home team. 3 underdogs only. So last 3 weeks, 4 underdogs, 5 and 3. Favorites starting to take over. Spread starting to raise its head a little more. I was 9-7 against the spread last week, 12-4. So 3 of the games that I stuck with my winners. Emalani, 11-5. She's over 500 on the year. I'm going to have her on soon. We're going to go through. She knows every single NFL mascot. You say the town, she'll tell you the mascot. And it's one of my proudest pop-up moments. Trying to get her to be a fan. If she doesn't want it, then you're gonna. Just kidding. You're gonna golf and you're gonna be a winner. We don't take losers in this household. Even though your dad kind of sucks a lot of the time. Golf has been really, really struggle. Just get over the ball and hit. Think ahead, one step at a time. Focus. Keep your seat. You can do it. You can do it, brother Richie. I'm going to talk about JFK, though. Now, this is amazing. JFK is I take a coin, it's a $50. I'm going to be honest, so I lost a $50. I couldn't get another one. I've been using a quarter, but we still call it JFK. So I had a $50 in every game. I'll say, okay, JFK straight up, heads is the home team. I'll go down the list, heads, tails, heads, tails. JFK versus the spread, let's say, okay, tails is the home team. I'll go down the list. You will not believe what JFK did in week 17. 16-0 on a coin toss. And I always wondered, what if you just toss a coin? Because that's how the NFL is. You never know which side is Vegas going to be on and the officials, who's going to drop a touchdown, who's going to get hurt. You never know. It's pretty much a crapshoot. So this whole season, he was at 51% through week 12. He's about 53, 54% JFK. Straight up. Doing way worse against the spread. Don't ask me. I don't understand how that works. But JFK went 16-0. Flipping a coin. Straight up. Week 17. That's pretty fantastic. 6-10 against the spread, of course. Just pure random. And my baby girl, she's like 53% on the season. And all I say is Arizona Cardinals at Cleveland Browns. Browns, Cardinals. Cardinals, Browns. Because I don't want to just, have her pick the second thing I say. So I mix it up. Cleveland Browns at home versus Arizona Cardinals. Who do you like? Arizona, Cleveland. Arizona. And she tells me. She went 11-5 last week. She's 53% on the year. My 6-year-old daughter, soon to be 7. There's a party coming up a couple weeks. If you know, you know, Brother Richie. Everybody's invited down at the beach. Emalani the Great, turning 7, first grade. I think her brain's pretty good. People say she's smart. I'm not the guy, oh, my kid's the smartest ever. I let other people. Sometimes he's kind of a dumbass. And she's mostly cool, but sometimes she's kind of an a-hole. But win, lose, or draw, I love her, changed my life. Best thing that ever happened to me. That's why I'm doing this, make a life for my family. Love you, Emmy. Let's see. Last week, Nick Wright. This is the, I do my 4-pack. Hurd does his Blazing 5. Nick Wright does a 3-pick. 2-1 Nick Wright to put him to 19-29. He'll say he went 4-1 over Thanksgiving. I couldn't find any evidence of that. And why are you doing 5 games one week? So he thinks that he's 23-30. I got him at 19-29. That's what he said. That's why his picture is on there. And I've gone away from that because I started doing only 2 shows a week. But I used to do a segment, That's What He Said, where I would take the notes of all the prognosticators, Fantasy Football Live, talk shows, and guys, oh, guaranteed. And Nick Wright, oh, I don't see one loss. We'll go 20-0, the Chiefs. Well, I'd see about 5 or 6 losses, seems to me. So Nick Wright, 19-29. I went 2-2, 33, 32, and 30. if you're in Vegas, we're losing a little bit of money. Cowherd coming around. He started 0-5, 0-4-1. Now he's 43, 37, and 7. Listen to Cowherd, you make money. Listen to Richie, you're hopefully breaking even. And if Nick Wright, you broke the bank. Fantasy Live crew, not much. Over-unders. 9 overs, 7 unders this week. Overs are starting to come. 10-6 the week before. 9-4 week 13. On the season, though, unders are about pushing 60%. And especially early in the year, halfway through the season, it was 62% unders in this season, where all the rules are made for the offense and they protect the quarterbacks and the defense doesn't hardly have a chance. Every little ticky-tack foul is an automatic first down. And the games are going under at 60%. And there's lines at 30, 39, not 30, 35, 38, 32, 6, 7 games with lines under 40. And they're still going under in a league where it's just meant for offense. And they're protecting the quarterback more than they ever have. And guys in the 70s and 80s would play every game for 10 years straight. And as they protect the quarterbacks more and more, they go through more and more quarterbacks. 60 starting quarterbacks this season. When you can't hardly touch them. Collective bargaining, and players didn't want to practice as much. You got to practice with pads more. You got to start earlier in the season. You got to practice more hours. Look at the data. Give it up. Let them put on the pads more often earlier. Let them, like Brady said, let them learn how to take a hit. Let them learn how to defend yourself against a hit, how to evade the hits, how to block. When you're only in pads 1-2 days a week, 4 or 5 hours, how is the O-line going to get any better? It's no wonder quarterbacks are getting trashed because O-lines stink. D-line, you just put your head back. You might do a cross. Might have a little scheme, little game you play. But it's mostly go get the quarterback. O-line, the scheming is everything. Got to practice. Talking about practice, not the game. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. I got that whole speech. I'm gonna ramp that up come February when I gotta take a quick right turn and think about something else to talk about. It'll be NBA all the time, or NFL still. We'll have an NFL spot every day. Good Morning Football, NFL Network, they do it every single day, 365 days a year, 24/7. So I can talk NFL all year. We're going to be talking a lot more live, a little bit more NBA, some Beavers, Blazers, 2 crappy teams that I'm going to adopt because I've always been fans. Maybe, tie my horse to their wagon early, and then if they do turn around, I was there from the get-go since 1967. Let's turn the page. Enough rearview mirror. Let's look into the future. Let's look through the windshield. Week 18. What the heck? Week 18. How does the NFL season just fly by? February will be done. You hit July. July and August take forever. There's camp. You got the draft coming. That's cool. Combine is cool. I should try to make a trip to the combine. I think maybe I'll meet you guys at the combine. Set this up like this at the combine, in the stands, try to get some interviews. That sounds like Indianapolis in March, April. What do you think? I think that could give me some little bit of cred. I'm going to look into that. Where's my notes? Let me note up. Here's how I do notes. Voicemail. Combine 2024. You hit send and then you hit back. Then it's on your voicemail. The little note saying I just don't check it enough. Combine 24. Maybe I'll do a little fundraiser. Let's get Richie to the combine. That would be awesome. Rub shoulders with some scouts and some players, coaches. It'd be amazing. So, looking into the windshield. What do they call it in Australia and England? The fly swatter, the fly guard, or wind guard, or something. Week 18. How many difference do I got? Oh, I got this all screwed up. Baltimore. What do they call him? Snoop Huntley now? I'm going to take Baltimore +3 at home for Pittsburgh. Nothing to play for, but not so fast, my friend. Something to play for. Momentum. Don't want to lay an egg right before the playoffs. And 2, timeout. Don't you play Lamar a half? I remember Indy a couple years sitting Peyton. I think they got beat in the first round 2 different times. That's 2 weeks off. You sit them one week. There's no buys back then. Or was there two buys? Anyway. Oh yeah, there was 2 teams have buys. But you sit 3 weeks off in football. It's like a week off in baseball. No bueno. I think Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, half, quarter, 2 series, something. I don't think you just street close them for 3 full entire weeks and maybe more that you don't play one snap of significant football. I disagree. I don't like it. So Snoop Huntley, go out there, +3. I'll take Baltimore. And I'll take the points. Houston, one of my locks. It is not one of my locks. Yeah, it is. I'm changing that. One of my 4-pack. Houston -1.5. These are Wednesday's numbers, so they could have changed. This is when I would put my bets if I was a gambling man. Let me do a couple. But this is just to show and prove I do this before the kickoff, just so you know I'm not full of crap. Houston, -1.5. I'll take it. I'm taking Jacksonville out of my 4-pack. Putting in Houston. Cleveland, +7.5. At home for Cincy. Take Cleveland. Take the points. No, they're on the road. I don't know. 7.5 a lot. Trying to think here. Trying to think. When I go like this, it's the tink working. Okay. PJ Walker, Cleveland. 7.5. Cincy. That flash of Jake Browning the flash sure has fizzled. From flash to fizzle. That'd be a good segment too. Minnesota, Detroit. Going Detroit all the way. Straight up. And I will give the 3.5. Not a whole lot to play for, but you got to stay fresh. They could move up to 2. Would take quite a bit. Dallas and a Philly loss. But weirder things happen. Can you trust Dak this year? Not sure. Jacksonville. Straight up and -4.5. It's time, Jacksonville. What? Have you lost 5 in a row? Is this so? Have you lost 5 games in a row? Oh, no, you beat Carolina. Oh, yeah. Thank goodness for Carolina. You lost 4 in a row before that. You had a lock on the South. We were vying for the #1 seed in the AFC. Now you're just fighting for the playoffs. So come out. I don't care if it's Beathard or Golden Boy, Trevor Lawrence, Rocky Dennison. Oh, Craig Carter. Best. Atlanta, New Orleans. I got New Orleans. Give the 3. And just Arthur Smith, put him on a barge and send him out to sea. And then we can take Bijan next year in the top 5. If you get a real coach that doesn't give a shit about all that, that doesn't go out of his way to make sure that fantasy football players lose because he doesn't like it, because that's what pays his bills, dumbass. Then get him on the show. Tampa at Carolina. Tampa straight up. Give the 4.5. Blow them out, Baker. This is to win the South. Go strong into the playoffs. Laid an egg last week. Go blow them out. Jets at New England. Who gives a shit? I'll go New England. Belichick's last game, I'll give the 1.5. So I'm the same all the way through so far. Yeah, I think they send out Bill on a high note. And, you beat the Jets, 16 straight? Might as well make it 17. Chicago at Green Bay. Jordan Love. Take Green Bay straight up. Green Bay -3. I'm on even Steven so far. Have not used the spread yet. Fields, though, playing for his job. If I'm Chicago, you keep Fields. I know it's a money issue. I'm not drafting another guy. I'm not starting all over again. I don't care if it's Caleb Williams. Marvin Harrison, you're going to come play here. You're going to make a name for yourself. And you got a quarterback and you pay him. Guy has played well. The run, pass option. Best running quarterback in the league. Right up there. His mind is coming around. We should send Tink to every head coach. Every quarterback and head coach. Every coach in the league, in the world. Drink Tink. Denver at Las Vegas. Ho-hum, who cares? I go Vegas. Stidham. I'll give the 3 points. Moving on. Philly at the Giants. Philly straight up. I'll take Giants 5.5. I keep saying, okay, Philly will turn it around this week. Turn around this week. I did that for how many straight weeks? I don't know if it's happening, people. There's dissension in that locker room. Lose to Arizona at home. So I'll take Philly straight up, but I'll take the 5.5 points. Give me the Giants. Seattle at Zona. For some reason, I'm going Seattle and give the 3. Not a whole lot to play for. They're locked in the playoffs. Maybe they can move. Zona. They're a scrappy bunch. Jonathan Gannon. I like your future. 2 defensive coaches in this league, I think, have a future. One's in Houston. One's in Carolina. Other than that, I don't know. KC at the Chargers. I'll take KC all day. And I'll take the plus 3.5. Chargers is disarray. That's what that lightning bolt looks like. Disarray. LA Rams at San Fran. Give me the Rams. Straight up, and I'll take the 4 points. No Brock Purdy. Got the red rifle, yeah. We'll see. Oh, no, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz against the red rifle. Is that? I don't know. I don't care. Does anybody care at this point? No, Sam Darnold, yeah. Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold. Okay. And finally, the game of the year, of the week, Buffalo. Going into Miami. I just heard a great nickname. I've never had him in fantasy. Thank God he didn't cost me this year. What's it called? The Bazooka. Josh Allen, the Bazooka, goes into Miami. Take them down. I'll take Buffalo straight up. Buffalo -2.5. It's one of my 4 packs. That's my picks for week 18. Final week of the NFL regular season. Playoffs will be great, but final week of RV. No, RV will be coming over. Ronnie Vaca, Boston Ronnie, been coming over on Sundays. Eric with the twins. Got Vanny Bo, Layla, Ada, all the kids to come play. Because you know my kid, Emalani the Great, she's an NFL orphan from September through January. You go in there, you watch a show, you play, you do artwork. Come watch a little football if you like, but get your friend over there. We're in here. NFL orphans. That'd be a great commercial. NFL orphans all over the country just looking for someone to play with. Can't you help this NFL orphan? My dad disappears for 8 hours on Sunday. I don't understand. NFLorphansRus.com. So, yeah, my 4-pack, week 18, trying to finish the season above 500. I'll take Houston minus 1.5. I'll take Tampa at Carolina minus 4.5. Buffalo at Miami minus 2.5. And give me Cleveland. PJ Walker. They don't want to lay an egg right before the playoffs. Cincy, not much to play for. 7.5 points, division game on the road. Houston, Tampa, Buffalo, Cleveland. That's my 4-pack. Wrap it up. Take it to Vegas or not. That wraps up the week 18. And finally, we got one more of these. Another one of my segment that I'm pretty attached to. I think is pretty cool. No, not that either. Come on, people. Another segment, take two. Another segment that I'm really attached to. The Marauders are at the door. It's the purge. Who will go out and maraud? Who will sit in the house quietly? And who has to hit? Dun, dun, dun. The panic room right over there. Lock and key. Week 18. Panic room. We got a couple out last week. A few teams got out of the panic room. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the panic room. Going into next season, reason to panic, locked in there, brought in their suitcase, their sleeping bag, their Bunsen burner, a couple canned foods. Carolina. Are they panic room? I mean, fired the coach. Panic room on hiring the right person. Someone that David Tepper, who has very, very much loads amounts of patience. He'll tell you. Hire the right guy that can last a year or two there. Hope Weeman stays injury free, which I have a league that goes 18 weeks, and I need Weeman this week. It's overall score. Come on, Weeman. Carolina. I think they can sit right outside the panic room because there's not a whole lot of expectations anyway. LA Chargers, 4 straight losses, hurt quarterback. What the hell happened to Austin Eckler? Locker room had to be in a disarray. Got beat 63-20 in week 15. Thank goodness. If it had been 10-7, Olive Head would probably still be there. Brandon Staley, give me a call. You can cry on my shoulder. We can talk about it. How confident you are in your play calling and being the defensive play caller, and you lose as a team, and the weather's not going to affect your play calling. You can cry on my shoulder. Minnesota Vikings, 3 straight losses, 4 different quarterbacks. I mean, Kirk Cousins looking pretty good. Keep him on another couple years. I don't know. New York Giants, 3 straight losses, quarterback issues. That was a fun time. Remember this for about 3-4 weeks? DeVito, Tommy. Now what? Philly. Definite panic room. What the F is going on in Philly? We have no idea. Tennessee, 3 straight losses. Is your coach going to bail to New England? How'd New England get out? I would put New England in because who's going to take over? Is Belichick out for sure? Then Washington. Full panic mode attack since, that's a scratch your header. 7 straight weeks. In the panic room, leader of the pack, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer of the panic room, Washington Commanders. Comanches. How about the pigskins? Washington pigskins. Carton. He pushed for that. You can still call them the Skins. Commanders. It'll get on you. Like the Guardians. What the hell is that? Okay. I'm going to wrap it up. Go hang with the kid. I work tonight. Let me tell you a little story. This is the spirit of sports. Brother Richie, we're talking sports. We're talking life. There was a snafu in my schedule, and I was underscheduled accidentally. So I picked up the worst shift. Nobody likes it. You have to be out on the lawn in the blazing sun. It's walk-ins. The money's not great. But I've been working on positivity. And like I've been preaching, love yourself. Take this negative energy and bring it to your heart and your mind. And be the future. Live in the future and see the future and be what your future wants to be as you're living in the present. And about a week into that, and I picked up this crappy shift, and I said, you know what? I'm going to have a great night. Going to be amazing people, and I'm going to even meet a lady. And I just have a gut feeling. And I envisioned it, and it was going to happen. And I had doubts here, and I said, nope, this is happening. I get into work. I look over at a table inside the restaurant. And I see these 2 ladies, and they're kind of waving. And so, I'm working. I go help my table. I come and go, hey, do you remember us? And there was this lady, super cute. And I did remember. They were there in July. I said, we're back. We wanted to say hi. Do you remember Gaby? This is our friend. And I said, I do. And I remember. And you were really cute. And she has a ring tattoo. So I didn't pursue it. When I see a ring, I'm out. Not a home wrecker. Don't want to get beat up. It's wrong. And so her friends, you should ask her out. Give her, I said, what about, no, just trust me. Gave her my number. Really cute. I remember we had a really good connection in July, but I thought she was married. She called. We called last night. We're going to go hang out tonight. I got my date, made great money, had great people on the crappiest lawn section that I picked up. I don't work Friday nights. Usually I have the kid, but there was a snafu in the schedule, and I manifested that I would meet a nice lady, make a lot of money, and have a great shift. And it did. And I'm telling you, there's a negative energy in your gut. That when you have the nervousness, meditate. Take that, put it into your heart and into your brain. Be positive. The negativity goes away. You can live your future, people. I already have 10 million in the bank, which I don't, but in my mind's eye, or whatever I need. Do not live in want. Live in a place of abundance. It's doable. If I can do it, you can do it. So that's my story. Brother Richie, signing off. Until we meet again, love each other. Love yourself first. Good things will come to you. Hui ho.